Hi, I thought I'd show you my favourite place to be. This is my den, my shed, and it has all my craft stash and all my doll's house bits. And I have got the name of Mr. Trevers. He's an elderly gentleman who was a bit of a hoarder. And yes, as you can see, I'm a bit of a hoarder. But I love it in here, except when I get a spider crawling and then you hear me running out screaming. So I'll just have a look what I've got. So first of all, egg cartons, ideal for bricks and tiles, kebab skewers, let's have a look, no nails, bolts of wood, yogurt pots, bits of wallpaper. So yes, that's my favourite little pub there. Yeah, one day I will get round to sorting things out, but I kind of know where things are. Right, there's things like just kind of bits of doll's house furniture in there that I've not got round to using. Bits of craft bits there. That's another doll's house in there. It's a bit like Fantasy Villa. And there's all my other little bits and bobs, because I do like all kinds of craft. I would love a craft room, but at the moment this is where I spend a lot of my time. There's a birdhouse there that I made. Made the front with the Cricut machine and then made the rest out of a cereal packet. Not little dolls, that little house here, Christmas house. That was made also from a cereal packet. But I used like a Christmas village, and I just used the template. I've still got the village. It's one of those green leaf ones. A conservatory there that one day I'll do. And there's my cafe. I have put a video on that, but for some reason, I think it's the music choice, it doesn't like to play. It's a lovely little, I love doing this project. I'll give you a quick show, because I don't think you can actually see it unless I redo the video. But I spent many hours making all the cakes and things with that. And where does that go? Who's that? Love the Coke machine. So yes, that's that one. I've got like, it's fallen off again, but still, I'll pick that up another time. I've got 1 or 2 projects still on the go. I'm still doing the Fairfield. But this is a little watermill house that I will finish, but there is egg cartons that I've done on there, and I've tried to create an old rickety kind of roof on there. So that's one little project that I will get round to doing, to finishing, should I say. And there's my flower shop. You can't really see in that. Yes, you can. If I move that. Again, that was on a video that I did with the cafe. And can't get to see it. And here are all my books and magazines. So I have quite a few of those. This is my inspiration. Bits and bobs. I did collect the doll's house once a month, but I didn't like the doll's house. I've never done it. It's stuffed in my attic with probably about 4 more. So yeah, I do all kinds of hobbies. I have made teddy bears. And this house is very interesting. This is a very old house. My sister actually got this for me. I think it's 1950s. I can't get into it because, as you can see, when I go round to the DIY places, I get a stash. So anything with like a small pattern, I collect it. I'm like a little magpie. Anything. At the moment, that's a good one to have because you can actually use that like rendering. You can use that on the outside of your doll's house or on the inside. I'll show you where I've used that actually. So yes, on the lookout for anything. Just see my birds there. Well, not mine, my hobbies. Yeah, going back to this one, which is a very old one. It has actually got old furniture inside it. Like I said, I can't get into it. I don't know if you can see. No, well, maybe just a little bit. So that's got all the original furniture inside there. No point. Oh yes, you can have a quick look. Enjoyed that. That's very, very old. I think it's about 1950s. And when I got it, it was covered in blue ink. I tried not to touch it too much. I think that's the original paint there. And I just tried to clean it up, and I just kind of painted where I had to paint. But yeah, that's an old one. Hello, Farley. You going to say hello? That saying there is yes. Didn't care yesterday, don't care today, and probably won't care tomorrow. I wish I could be like that, but I'm not. That is a sign saying Mum's shed. Now, where? Excuse me, Farley. Come on. You just like lying in the sun, don't you, baby? Now, how I've done these tiles is cornflakes packets. Cut them all to size. Mix some emulsion paint with sand, and that's the effect it gives you. I'll just pop this open and I'll show you what I use that wallpaper for. I mean, I don't know if you're finding any of this remotely interesting. Hang on a second, let me just open the shed door and you might see a bit better. Quite windy here today. Sorry about that. Right. So that is wallpaper. Can you see? That is wallpaper. And I've just cut the beams and it looks like it's been rendered. That looks quite effective. The lights there, not working lights, they're just half a little table tennis ball. This is my first attempt at making Fimo, but I think I've showed you that before. But I really like this room. I think it's quite cute. I like the red. It's not doll's house carpet, like bits of material. So there's that. So that it's not necessarily the best doll's house. It's quite a cheap one. But never got round to, I did that up to sell, but never got round to doing it. And this is a really nice doll's house. This is a Sue Ryder one, I think. It's called Cedars. I've done another video on this, but I'll give you a quick look around it. I think I've showed at the beginning of my videos, like the tutorial for the blind. But I do quite like this doll's house. That's dropped off. Something's dropped off. I don't know what it is. Sorry. Anyway, there. I really do like this doll's house. I've added a few more bits from when you last saw it, the previous video, like little flower arrangements that I've made, and perfume bottles, and they're the little flower arrangements that I've just previously made. And they look quite pretty, really. Just beads and paper flowers they are. I made those with a craft punch. Sometimes if you see things in situ, you think, oh yeah, it does look okay. So my knees again. So you like that? That's a craft punch flower. Yes. So there's lots of different projects that I'm going to be doing. My number one project is obviously my miniatures. I think I've got that one. Hang on a second. Get this right. That's it. I've got the Fairfield to do, which I'm going to be doing. Where's that one? I have got one that I'm going to do for a school. I was going to show you that now. What have I done with it? Is it under here? Oh yes. Way back there. So this is what my shed's like. I know I've got it, but coming to find it. Right. This is one of those woodcraft. And that's the one that I've got. And I thought that looked like a school room. So that's what I'm going to do with that. I mean, under here is just boxes full of well, doll's house bits, furniture and stuff that I get off eBay. And I'm making you dizzy here, aren't I? Craft bits under here as well. So these when I do my quilts and craft work, sewing, more doll's house stuff. And believe it or not, I do know where things are. It might not look organised, but it is organised in my mind. So it just goes to show what I'm like. So if you want to follow me on any future projects, there will be some. I must get my Fairfield done. I'm torn between starting this kit and doing my Fairfield, but I'll get there in the end. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my little tour of my favourite place to be. And there's one tiny gap there, and that's where Middleton Manor's going to go when I finally put it back here. Okay then, join me in any future videos then. Thanks for watching. Bye then.